the Federation of Light, Speculations. Once again, another week has flown by. The world hasn't quite blown itself up yet. Many are intrigued concerning the truth that is to come out. You have spoken about that which lies ahead being beyond our imaginations. Obviously, if this is the case, we cannot even assume anything. We hear of so much, many have come across speculations of this, that, and the other, which are quite incredible, yet it cannot be any of those, as such things are already out there. Are you able to give us a few clues? Oh bother. As I write that, I pick up you saying, we cannot. Good morning to you, Blossom, and each lighted soul that joins us in these conversations. Regarding your query, Blossom, we cannot speak of this because at this time, it is out of your planet's vibrational frequency to even have the correct words to express it. That's so bizarre. Is it to do with us being free from slavery and moving into the higher frequency? Yet, you know of this possibility, so it cannot be that. We say to you, it is not possible to discuss it, so it is best if we move on to a different subject matter. Any suggestions? May we perhaps guide you with thoughts of remaining in control? By all means. Guide the way. As more and more awareness opens one's mind to many, once unthinkable scenarios, we suggest perhaps that you do not attach yourselves to anything. Take everything with a pinch of salt, we believe is the expression. Much, at this time and the days ahead, will come to one's attention, and one's truth radar may find itself in a bit of a fluster. That which you hear about or indeed witness does not necessarily mean it is true. You see, this is our problem. We just don't know anymore. To the point that most people are saying they simply don't know what to believe, so therefore, they don't believe anything. You have told us to be discerning. Yet, that doesn't work for me either. I am like most, I just don't know anything anymore. This is why, Blossom, we say to remain in control. In what sense? Your hearts, your being, your very essence knows love. It knows what love feels like. It is love. Remain in control of this feeling of knowing that you are love, and the light has won. It may sound too simple to say that is all you need do, and yet, it is true. Remain in control of your feelings. So much is to be let out of the bag. In future days it will be as if your planet throws everything up into the air, and where it lands is anybody's guess. What on earth do you mean by that? As the darkness is now in its last throes, it will be using any tricks left up its sleeve to deceive. Do your best to not take any of that which you are presented with on board. Yet, what if we feel some of it is good? You will know when it is, and when it isn't. But we don't, because we don't know what is true, and what is not. If a food is off, Blossom, does it not leave a sour taste in your mouth? You know instantly to spit it out. It is a natural reaction. Yes, yet, we may hear of something good that is about to happen, and yet, we don't know if someone has made that up. Anybody can say anything, and suddenly it goes viral, and no one knows where or who it has come from. There will be obvious showings of things moving in the right direction. We choose to say that there will much that proves to be this way. Actual evidence that will not leave you wondering. For it shall be presented before your eyes. Remember too, that which may be made known will shock many, and yet, that is not going in the wrong direction. It means that the world is waking up to what has been going on, and it is being revealed. As abhorrent as this may appear, it is a good thing that such atrocities are made known, in order for the light to shine through and remove any energies attached to such things. Many, these days, are becoming more and more aware of the lies that have been spun. Yet, again we say no one actually knows the extent of such. What? No one? Not even those who have taken excavators down rabbit holes? Not even. So, are you saying there is no one on this planet that knows the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? This is correct. That is a full-on statement. I'm sitting here stuck as to how to follow on, because surely, those that are spinning the lies must be on the planet, and must know. Not necessarily, Blossom. Perhaps those that created the lies are not on / of the planet. As much as I would like to continue this conversation, it is already getting too complicated. I notice you often say, perhaps, making it a possibility, not a fact. Blossom. Everything is possible. Everything. There is nothing that is not. I think you once said, or White Cloud did, that faith could move mountains. It is the knowing that can do this. It is the complete understanding of the game that can allow a mountain to move as easily as one may blow a feather. I guess we have agreed to be here and put up with all the nonsense. More and more I am coming to understand this is a game, and we, as divine beings, somehow got involved in it. Was the game designed for us to be in it all along, or have we entered into it to bring it to an end? Correct. Reading back on this, I noticed they didn't say which one was correct. I felt at the time it was the latter. You see, I don't even know how to follow through with that. When we do end it, will another one begin? One cannot give that answer. For life itself is infinite, and what lies ahead is continual expansion of what is. And then I could totally blow my brains out and say yet, everything is happening at once. So, you must know, if another game is programmed in, somewhere, amongst the allness of past, present, and future, that is happening now. Dear Lord. What the actual? I simply can't make sense of any of it sometimes. Therefore, Blossom, go back to that which we spoke of earlier. Remain in control. Easier said than done, when you consider the rest of the conversation. Blossom, and all that which you do not know, you do not know. That which you know, you know. What you know for sure is that you are love. You know how that feels. You know how to find that love in your hearts and in your minds. It is always there, and yet, with all that overshadows the light upon your planet, one can sometimes feel they are not connected to love. This is not so. Breathe. Say the mantra. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. By doing this you remain in control. Nothing can take that knowing, that feeling away from you. You are in control of you. Always. I take that to mean that we are in control of our soul self. As we definitely do not have control over the manipulative forces that appear to control the planet at the moment. Yet those forces are not you. Your light is stronger than these forces. As powerful as the darkness has shown itself to be, it knows that the power of love is far greater. It knows its reign has come to an end. As we have said many times, it is like a game of chess. One knows they have won, yet there are still a few moves to be played out until the game is actually over. So many of us are living in that knowing. Yet, we must still be patient. We want it over this afternoon, and that just ain't gonna happen. Keep in mind, Blossom, there is no time, from the perspective of the game playing itself out. When you, within your hearts, know, as you now do, that happenings are happening. And you will watch much that has been said come to fruition by those that are leading the way both on and off planet. Your hearts will continue to be uplifted, even through great turmoil. You will be able to recognize the changes of energy. You will feel the strength within you rise up, and within that, there shall be reassurance on a deeper level that all that you have been waiting for is happening. That is what is so intriguing. We simply cannot imagine how all this is to play out. It will be interesting too, for truth to be revealed regarding who are the good guys and who aren't. There is much varied opinion on that subject, especially regarding individual, well-known figures that speak out. Again, who knows? Yet, you will, Blossom. You will. Yep. One day we will. And I reckon we won't just need superglue to hold our hats on, we will need it to keep our jaws from dropping to the ground and remaining there. Each one shall find much to be discussed. That is a certainty. Well, thanks for that. As always. In gratitude, in loving service. I am. The secret to empathic listening. Empathic listening is a way to help heal others through the quality of your presence and attention. You consciously give your time, focus, and compassion to someone who needs to be heard. You slow down to be fully in the moment without distractions. No checking messages, being on the internet, watching television, scanning the room, or taking calls. You are quiet. You are attuning. You are present. As a psychiatrist, I'm a trained listener. When patients consult me, I'm able to listen to them on a deeper level by utilizing my intellect, my intuition, and empathic abilities. This is very gratifying to me as it gives me the opportunity to understand what they are experiencing on a deeper level. To empower my empath patients, I teach them to listen to their inner voice and set boundaries with difficult people so their empathy can be a source of strength, love, and vitality rather than disease. Empathic listening is very different from talking. It is a quiet, nonverbal exercise in cultivating presence and showing undivided attention. This is also known as passive listening, which is different from active listening where you ask questions and discuss what the person shared. 6 keys to empathic listening. Here is an overview of the main points to practice empathic listening. You can learn additional techniques in my book The Genius of Empathy. 1. Stay neutral. Bear witness as a listener. You bear witness to another's distress. You are caring, while offering a few supportive smiles, nods, or words. 2. Cultivate acceptance. Try to be tolerant of ideas that may be different from your own, that you haven't been exposed to before, or reasoning that makes you uncomfortable. 3. Set a time, place, and time limit. Keep in mind that you don't have to listen to everyone in need, as many caring people tend to do. Choose who you listen to, and for how long. 4. Stick to one topic. Agreeing on a topic keeps you focused. If a sharer tries to cover a list of problems, it can be unproductive and overwhelming for both of you. 5. Listen to your intuition. Listening to your intuition can help you determine a person's inner state. It is a nonverbal way of being empathic. 6. Bring the conversation to a close. When you're nearing the end of the agreed upon listening time, you can gently remind the sharer that it is almost time to stop. As you begin to practice empathic listening, simply offer the recipient a supportive, non-judgmental presence. Allowing time to listen to someone gives them space to express themselves. People also enjoy sharing happy moments and breakthroughs. Listening to these is a way of sharing positive energy and a sense of celebration with each other. Jeshua, uncovering the power of love in a polarized world. Dear ones, it is I, Jeshua, your brother in love. Allow yourselves to chuckle at the many antics that are occurring on the stage of the country in which this channel lives, for there is much that is posturing, untrue, distracting from the ultimate truth of what we are all here for, to experience the love that we are, to open to engaging within a unified field as divine beings, and to have the experience of creating something that has never been done before. So while some may champion this individual who has become their president, and others may find this incredibly disheartening, the game is being played out for all of you to find your place in it, allowing you to discover within yourselves what calls you forth to create this new earth. Whether he inspires you to create change that is very different from what he is speaking to both people, it can have the same effect to bring forward the visions of a new life, a new way of being, a new plane of existence that includes all the dreams and missions that you each hold in your heart. It is a misnomer to think, to consider, that any one being has so much power as you often give your elected leaders. The power is within you, and your recognition of this is key to creating this new earth. First, begin to realize that all is a reflection around you of what is occurring within the many aspects of Source, for example, the people who live within this country. Then it becomes highly apparent that there is division, and the need for holistic approaches of unification, loving kindness, of clearly creating from a place of love. Then you will understand how to move forward. It has nothing to do with who your elected officials are. In some sense, it is simply a call to turn within. You know your truth and your part in creating a new world. That is where your focus, your efforts, your energy, your intentions, and your passions are intended to be. So allow yourselves to have this kind of focus, to model to others the power of creating within your own life what you desire to experience, for this is the game you're playing of pulling away the scales upon the eyes of humanity, one by one, as individuals awaken to the recognition of their divine selves, and know that they are no longer a pawn on a board, a chessboard, but the master playing the game of chess. This may, and certainly has been a surprise to many, as they have awakened and begun to consider this possibility, and it can be shocking at first to realize that there is no one to blame for anything you are experiencing in your life, that you yourself have participated in setting up the journey that you are on. This does not mean that all is okay within that framework that you have experienced as a human. That perspective can be incredibly painful. It can feel like torture, even. And yet your soul knows what it has come here to do. I myself question this. When I was on the cross, there was a moment that was so difficult I wondered, was I wrong about this? Did I truly intend to walk this path, to open the doors to love for all? And then I surrendered. I let go of having to know, of having to understand, and I surrendered to what love was asking me to do. And that is the ultimate question you have at hand in every moment of your life. What does love seek to do through you? That simple question can guide you for the rest of your days. You may ask yourself many other questions, but that is a fundamental one that can guide you through any tumultuous time, challenge, difficulty, or opportunity, expansion, possibility, and door opening that occurs. So let yourself play with this beautiful inquiry that you have in your hand. Let love guide you to become the masters in flesh that your souls seek to remember yourselves as. You have not come here to be discouraged. Yes, that is part of the human experience. But rather, you have come to conquer that discouragement, to recognize and realize that you are so much more than a human emotion that flows through you. As a difficulty shows up in the tangible realm in front of your face, may you remember and experience your mastery in those moments the channel calls an aha. These are moments of self-awareness, where one recognizes and feels that inner alignment. This is what I came here to do. This is the truth of who I am. This is the joy of remembering my inner essence and its divine power. This is the only way this can be done. If you came in knowing all in advance, there would be no fun in unfolding and coming out from behind the cape of illusion. And while it may seem harsh to call this a game, in some sense it is more than that. It is the beloved seeking to reunify with itself in form through each one of you, to feel this expansive unfolding of confusion and darkness, and coming back to the light, for that journey is thrilling for Source itself, that you are all part of. This is my wish for each of you, that you take it less seriously, that you allow yourselves to laugh when you don't know what else to do, and to move on and simply ask, what would love do? I am your beloved brother and stand by ready to assist. The Blue Avians, glimpses in the parallel realities and how to shift timelines. Greetings to all of you. We so much wish to share our light and knowledge with you, if we can call it like this. We are utmost aware that you already carry within all this wisdom, and that we are here just to remind you of it. Today we wish to bring a new topic to you, changing unfavorable timelines. Sometimes there might be moments in your life when you feel that things in your life started to go in the wrong direction, which means in the opposite one of your intentions. When you notice that, it means that you have entered a low vibrational timeline. Nothing to fear. You are constantly shifting timelines/realities. Simply tell yourself, I am aware of this, and I shift the timeline now, stating out loud your intention. Do not live under the impression that there is someone else creating the reality for you, but be aware of the creator within. To shift timelines is magical. Do not consider this a mistake that you rectify but a way of intensifying your awareness. As 12th dimensional beings, we encourage you to see yourselves as creators with no precise goals whatsoever, but with a very sharp focus, which means to set your goals only for the possibility of doing so, and for training your focus, nothing else. Do not cling to anything, and know that all will perish, like writing on the water. This is how your universe is created. but take your role in this momentary creation, and like an intelligent and wise master, make your creation clear and focused by being intentional. Sail your boat accordingly to your plan, but also know each moment that always can bring you only home. The sovereignty stays in the details, but the details are the dust in the wind meant to be blown as it rises. Do not make yourself life of a controller, because, beloved ones, to control is very different than to create. Creation comes from within. It comes from a place of joy and curiosity, almost like a child painting with fingers, surprisingly watching the shiny colors on the papers. Controlling is all about the result, missing the whole journey, because you always thought about your outcome. Do not control, but be present, and focus. Direct the sails towards new lands, and thus see all land as part of the physical illusion. Enjoy it with the happiness of a pure soul, and watch the shapes disappearing on the water's surface. Others are to come from the infinite ocean. Let yourself embrace them all. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.